Hello and welcome back to another installment to Fodder. In today's video, I'm going to tell you why it is so hard to climb in the battle arena for Jurassic World Alive. But before I get into today's video, I do want to let you know that you can find me on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today being Friday, we were in the tournament battle arena and actually had some pretty good success. It took me a few minutes to feel out what kind of a team I wanted to run, but once I got a team that I think is pretty legit, it was all sails forward from there. And if you want to make sure that you never miss a live stream, make sure you are following me on Twitter. Links, as always, are in the description below. What I want to do in this particular video is explain to you why, me personally, I am finding it so difficult to climb out of the library, and you may be having the exact same problem. Now, I'm not sure if this has always been the case, but currently, and since the release of 2.0, battles are worth 60 elo. And what I mean by that is basically whatever trophies you go up or down, your opponent is going to get the number that will combine to make that 60. So if I win 30, my opponent loses 30. If I lose 35, my opponent wins 25, I think is how the math on that works out. But the point being that if your opponent is higher level than you and they win, well, they're going to not get as many elo points as if you beat somebody better than you. That makes total sense, right? But here's the fallacy in all of this. If you look at my elo right now, I'm at 5471. So I'm theoretically within one win of making it up to the depot. The problem is I'm going to start being matched up against better opponents, maybe even some people who are already in the depot. Now here's where the problem comes in. If I lose to a team that is better than me, since they should win, they're not going to get a lot of points. We'll give them 20 for their victory, which is about right. If you beat somebody less than you, you shouldn't get a lot of points for that. So they get 20. Well, if by my theory, each battle is worth 60 elo, that means me losing to somebody that I should have lost to, I'm losing 40. So what has been happening every time since 2.0 came along is I will get to about this spot right here, maybe one win closer, and then I'll lose 40, and then I'll lose 40, and then I'll lose 40, and if I'm lucky, I'll lose 40 again. And just like that, I'm down 120 elo out of the 5400 range, probably down into the 52 highs or the low 5300 range. And it's from losing to teams that I probably should be losing to. And it is that mechanic that is making it very difficult to climb up and out of the battle arena that I'm currently in. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put my theory to test. I could be made a total fool of. Now my theory is if I lose, I'm going to lose a significant amount of trophies. And if I win, like for beating, here's the other side of that coin is if I beat somebody I shouldn't, okay? So I beat somebody that's higher level ranked than me. That's a bad loss for them, right? They're going to lose more than 30. We'll just say for ease of math, say they lose 40. Well, if every battle is worth 60, that means that I'm only gaining 20. So my losses are worth negative 40. My wins are only worth plus 20. That makes it incredibly difficult to climb. So we're going to put that theory to test right here. Jumping into the battle arena, I'm relatively close to making it up to the depot, so let's see how this plays out. Loading up right away, not my best team build, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with Dilorachirus, just because I can completely heal myself. Now look at this. This Magna is super high boosted. It's level 27, but in order to have 1800 plus attack and 152 speed, means that this has well over 20 boost. I'd be willing to bet there are a minimum of 20 boosts put into this thing. Let's see how this thing plays out for me. I could be up against one of those opponents that's just significantly better. The Rampage for 27 looks like I will survive that. So I'm just going to go with the heal regular for this attack. And then reevaluate my situation as far as how much HP I have left. So 31, that's going to allow me to attempt to take out this Magna. Barely held on. Luckily I have the priority heal for my next move. This should be the knockout. Nice. And that was a beefy mags. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a little worried about what else I'm going to be up against here. That was a nice takedown by my Dilorhynchirus. And my opponent's going to bring in Thyla, which is not a really good, that's a really fast Thyla too. That's not a great matchup, although the rending will do quite a bit of damage. Most likely, let's see, Rend is going to do 60%. I think I'm good here. We went Deliberate Prowl, okay. Should have gone heal. If I'd gone heal, then I'd have been fully beefed up, but the distraction is actually going to work in my favor, although the Rend move, well, the Rend move should be distracted as well. And now I can totally heal 100% back up between this move and the next move. Very fortunate to survive with no crit there. The bleed is going to be of no consequence. Probably go Deliberate Prowl again. No, going to swap out into Trico here. Trico is going to present some problems. I can't really do my swap or my reheal every time because Trico typically just does way too much damage even with the counterattack. So most likely we're going to swap out of this matchup, and this looks pretty good right here. Let's see. It might go with Resilient Impact here. That's what they choose to go with. But I'm still going to drop the bleed because I'm going to be faster. Yes. So we're going to put the bleed down. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. I'm willing to trade a 1-for-1 at this point, especially if I'm up 1-0. They might even just swap out into something. Nope. So let's see. Do they go Rampage, go straight for the knockout? Or actually, they don't even need the Rampage. They go a Fierce Strike and still get the knockout. But they're going to bleed out, I'm pretty sure. So there goes me. If not, oy, that's terrible. And then 4100. This is going to be close. This is going to be super, super close. They are going to do the swap. Okay. We can deal with that. I think we can work our way around this. That's going to be 0, but he can be stunned. So I think I want to go for the stun move. Nice. That was clutch. And then I'll take the Maiming Wound. I'm leaving I think I have Maxima down in the reserve slots here. So I'm gonna go for the KO here. I'll take the bleed. Trico is faster than me, so if he brings out Trico, oh, he brings in his own Thor. Interesting. This is interesting because I feel like 2,000, so that's 4,000. I feel like my Dilorhynchirus is going to work out really well here. With the 50% reduction, that's 1,600 plus a crit for 25% more. Then I go with my instant heal. Oh, yes. Yes, I still have to get all the way back up to full health. The best thing that they can do, I think we're good. Because I'm not going to get stunned. And then, even if they bring in Trichosaurus, I think I do enough damage here. Now, this is going to be the win. Let me see if my theory is correct. If I beat a better opponent, I'm only going to get a few points. If it's somebody that I should have beaten, I'll probably be up in the 30s. See, I only got 22 points for that. which means that, in theory, my opponent lost 38 points for that, instead of being the other way around, which makes it increasingly difficult to climb. And you guys saw how beefed up that Magna was. I don't really remember about Trico, but the Mags was definitely high level. I'm going to go in one more time to see if I can get into the depot, and I really want to see what kind of matchups, what kind of elo happens at the end of this battle. So for this particular battle, my team is not good at all. We're gonna have to rely on some trickery in order to pull this off, and this is probably the worst case scenario right there. Oh, because we don't have Trico. If this thing crits right off the bat, and it didn't, so we got a little bit lucky there. Yeah. I'm gonna go here, which means I'm gonna eat a rampage, but I'm hoping that my resilient strike can get the knockout. That's what I'm hoping for, and then that'll lead me to bleed on the next turn. Fingers crossed. Just kidding. Just kidding. The crit. Gotta love the crits. I hope I still do 900 damage. Okay, 1405. Yikes. This is gonna be ugly though. I can't believe he crit in one shot. I'm gonna go straight for the swap and bleed. I'm planning on getting hit with resilient. No, he went group decelerating. Thank goodness. Now I can't survive the rampage, so my best hope is to try to dodge. Like that's the best that I can hope for here. Oh, he's got two of these. Is he immune to rend at all? No. All right. So yeah, let's go bleed and then rend. But it's not looking good. We're gonna have to get a little lucky here. Ooh, look at that. Instant invincibility? No. Dang. That sucks. I would have rather not had to use my rend right there. I would have liked to have saved it, but I didn't want to take more damage than necessary. Do they bring Max back out? They do. And this, I don't necessarily think I have an answer for. Because he's just going to go resilient strike. The crit on Stiggy was not good, and I can't survive any attacks, so we will just come in here and that sucks. Now let's see if my theory is right. I'm going to lose more than 35. Oh, I only lost 25. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So one last battle. There's no way. I'm not going to get 38, I don't think, for a win. So there's no way to get to the top. But I still think my theory holds, based on the fact that every time I'm up here, losses are -40. And it's very annoying. And it's not just me that is saying this. There's a lot of people who are having problems with, and the way that we know that this is what's happening is if you look at players in the top 10, they kind of all are top 50. They kind of all know each other. They all chit chat and hang out. And they're like, what did you get for that last one? And then they'll say, I got +40 or I got -20 or whatever the case may be. And without fail, the higher ranked person is getting punished by not winning as many ELO trophies for their victories, but in turn, that's actually punishing the losing opponent who should be losing based on trophy counts or whatever. And then they're getting like undeservedly punished for losing to a better opponent. I'm going to see what we can do. There's a pretty low levels here on both of these creatures. Unfortunately, I just don't even know what I have. I think max is a straight counter to Trico here. Man, that sucks. Leaving them with less than 100 is terrible. Leaving them with less than 50 is even worse. So I'm really hoping for the crit because I don't want to take the additional damage on the counter attack. 39. One more boost is needed here. But see, now I'm going to end up taking another 627 damage that I didn't necessarily need to take. And on top of that, now I have to use my shield breaking attack. And then that's not going to have me set up for the next creature. So I may have to swap into Stegoderix, depending on what my opponent brings in. Remember, I do have my shield ready to go. So it's working in my favor right there. And they're going to bring in a max, which actually, and it's only level 23. That actually works out really well for me. So I'm going to swap out. Now I'm faster, although I'm not faster for long because they're going to do group slowing. Okay, so 64, but unlike previously, I don't have to worry about getting knocked out here. There's not going to be a rampage crit that knocks me out here. So we're good. Max is gone. Okay, so this opponent seems lower level than me based on what I've seen so far. Man. So what I'm thinking here is that I'm going to gain in the 20s. That's my initial guess. Oh no, you can't swap out on Stegoderix. Wait, did that clean the bleed? No, it did not. Okay. Oh, that was so unfortunate for my opponent right there. I think they're going to bleed out right here. No damage done. Cleansing swoop should be 2 bleeds. And then I have the dodge set up. So if by some chance 3570, that's a lot of bleed. All right. Remember, I feel like I was higher level. Okay. So 29. It's about 30. Maybe we were even level. Anyway, that's gonna do it. It didn't really show up in practice in this video, but I'm telling you that is how it seems like things are working. So let me know down in the comments below if you are noticing the same thing, where you lose to higher ranked opponents and then you're losing more ELO and then you're gaining less ELO for beating opponents that are higher ranked than you. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.